So a couple of people have asked me, what's your normal day like? What do you do? I know I'm on this like whole spiritual journey and trying to find myself and blah blah blah. And I don't want it to be all serious. My days aren't all serious. I'm not all like pondering life experiences, sitting on a beach, drinking my chai latte as I practice yoga. um, usually I get up in the morning, make my breakfast, have a coffee, take the dogs for a poop. I don't know, have a cigarette. That's stare at the water for an unending amount of time. Then we're on the road. We're like, okay, what do you guys want to do? They like look at me. They're like, same thing we do every day, Mom. Find a path, get to a beach, rolling dirty dead things. So we usually, if there's no reception anywhere, we'll just kind of like drive around, look for some paths. Sometimes there's a lot of dead ends. Sometimes there's a lot of Chinese busloads of tourists that we don't want to go to. So we usually get back on the road. It's been pretty good. I mean, obviously, I'm not the biggest city person. It's hectic. There's so many cars. There's super strict laws on parking your van on the side of the road, which there isn't when you get out into the boonies. And I'm super cheap that way, so I don't want to pay $35 to fucking $55 a night. So we usually find a path, go to a beach, get gross, get dirty. And then usually at like 2 or 2:30, I'm in like this panic mode of like, oh yeah, where am I gonna sleep? So I'll look around, like sometimes I'll go and find coffee and, Google if you're allowed to sleep on the side of the road. There's this awesome website called Boondockers where it's kind of like Airbnb where people host their driveways or like their ranch or farmland or whatever, and then you can contact them and they'll let you stay there for free. Sometimes they have water, sometimes it's just you just park and whatever, it's just somewhere to stay for free. So that's coming in handy now, especially in places when you get down to like LA or cities and stuff like that. I mean, it's not massive, but it's somewhere. So then usually we'll find a place to park before the sun goes down, and we like to kind of just like chill, watch the sunset. I'll usually kind of start cooking dinner around then, get the dogs fed, and then I spend like 3 hours either making videos, touching up photos, writing. Right now I am reading On the Road, Jack Kerouac, which is, I keep hearing like all these quotes, Jack Kerouac. I thought he was like this like spiritual wanderer who was like all alone going through these life journeys, and I was like, gotcha, I'm on the same page. I'm gonna read this book. No, it's not. It's about him like sleeping with his friends, girlfriends, drinking till he has no money, hitchhiking, not really having any spiritual things. He's just, calls his aunt. He's like, hey, can I have some more money? And then he's like, oh, okay, going on the road again, looking for work. Oh, drank all my money away. Guess I'm gonna go back home. And then he waits there a little bit until he gets his GI check, and then he's back on the road again, and he just keeps making the same mistake again and again. And don't get me wrong, I definitely have paid way too much for beer or wine at some points, but I don't know, it just wasn't really what I expected. I mean, granted, I'm only 2/3 of the way through the book or so, but yeah, I mean, it's good. I feel like I'm a little walking library in here, but all the libraries are like $1 a book, so I'm a pretty happy camper. The seat's really small on this bench, and the dogs insist on sleeping with me while I read my book, and I get about this much space of bum room every night while they try to snuggle their little heads on my lap. But I don't know, it's all worth it. I wouldn't be where I am today without these guys, so they absolutely make the trip worth it. Just, you have some hard days where you're feeling a little bit lonely, and and then you get to a beach and you just watch them run around endlessly with not a care in the world, and you realize life can be simple. Life can be as simple as you want it to be. You just need to stop stressing about everything, Sam. So yes, that's my motto. No stress, be happy. See where it takes you, and don't worry about the future so much.